Good day, everyone. It's a new day in the world's financial markets. Today is October 23rd, 2025, and this is part number one. In this part, we talk about mostly the price of gold in the past, lately, and where we think it's going to go. So we'll take a look again at the daily chart on gold, and we can see clearly that one big day drop of more than 5%. That was huge on the charts, and I'll tell you why. For a few reasons. First of all, it was more than 5%. And the last time we saw more than 5% drop was back in 2013. So that was significant. And also, if you look clearly here, if you could count 5 days back before the drop. So take this drop, the bar, go back, start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You take the lowest price of those 5 bars, and you can see clearly that one day dropped, cleared the last 5 days and closed below it. That was significant. That's a lot of pressure, and it did a lot of damage. So, and it was significant also coming after a double top here. Okay, so that tells you there was a huge rejection for prices up here. That's been set. It's going to be very hard for the market to go back up there anytime soon. So for now, we are selling the low of this bar. Okay, so the low of this bar is 41.86 on the XAU. If gold prices rally back to 41.86 anytime in the next week or two, we are selling 41.86. We'd like to start fighting, if you will, from that price. So if it rises a little bit above, we're okay. We have to handle easily a 100-point move against us. That's fine. And we're talking about swing trading. We're talking about a position that will keep for weeks, not for hours. Okay. So that's been set for us. And at the same time, we believe the market will head down to the support channel, i.e. the yellow line, which is the 50-day EMA on the daily charts. Currently, the 50-day EMA is at 38.66, but it's a rising line. By the time the market meets this line, it could be up here. It could be 3,900. It could be maybe 4,000. I don't know. I mean, yesterday we hit 4,004 on the low. So I do believe it's going to be below 4,000, maybe close to 3,900 by the time we hit this line. So that's what I have for now. Now, the average daily range on gold is now 132 points a day, which is historic. 132 points a day based on the last 9 days. That's a move from high to low or vice versa on average. I believe this number will start to shrink, subside. The range will shrink. No longer will see 130, 150 points every day. I think it's going to go below 100 sometimes in the next week or so. And as it is, 100, which is 2.5% of the price of gold, is higher than the running historic range for gold, which is about 1.2% per day on average. So the reality, gold should be moving about 50 points, maybe 60 points a day based on 4,000 price, not 100 or 150 for sure. But that was signifying the top. That's why we had the volatility. The market was confused about the price. I think there was cross currents, and finally it ended with the final blow that we saw when the market dropped big. Now, as far as what we'll do today and today only, of course, we gather data from about 3 a.m. Eastern time till about 9 a.m. And then based on that, we'll decide whether the markets are bullish, bearish, or sideways. Okay. For example, yesterday gold was sideways, which means buy low, sell high. And that's what we did. As it dropped towards the low that was set overnight, the market would find support. As it tried to rally towards the high, the market would find resistance. So that's important to know, because we know what tools to use for that kind of market. So, and the same thing for equities. We have to decide what direction we are taking, and we'll know that by 9 a.m. because we use data. We gather data from 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. Then we run it using artificial intelligence, and we get the highest probability of success. Once we get that, we enter in the direction of that. Okay, we go with that move, and we'll manage the risk accordingly. So we typically like to use 40% of the average true range as max risk of any move against our position. So for now, $55 on gold for the day trade for later. If it moves 55 against our entry, that's when we stop. We'll come back later today by 9 a.m. and talk about the best direction for the markets, whether we're buying, selling, or whether we think it's sideways. Until that time, I wish everyone the best of luck, and thank you.